The excitement of going back to school is palpable in Houston, Texas. But this time a year ago, a completely different emotion. Category 4 Hurricane Harvey ripped through Texas, dumping an estimated 27 trillion gallons of water, wiping out entire neighborhoods. More than 30,000 Texans were forced from their homes. Among them, mother of 4 and first-time homeowner Lillian Soto. This was her neighborhood, her new home, now underwater. How did you feel when you walked in and see it tipped over?
My husband, he said, no, don't cry, don't cry. I was like, look at that. Like, we don't have nothing now. We don't have nothing.
As Lillian struggled with how to move forward, help came from an unexpected person, a supermodel with a survival story of her own. Petra knows what it's like to live through a devastating disaster. She survived the 2004 Indonesia tsunami. 240,000 people died, including her fiancé. Petra survived with a broken pelvis by holding onto a palm tree for 8 hours.
Water was really acting as a concrete and destroying everything, cars, buildings, everything.
And you heard kids crying out?
Kids crying out for help, and after half an hour not hearing them anymore, and lots of suffering.
Out of that unimaginable trauma, Petra found her life mission to help families recover after a natural disaster. Her foundation, All Hands and Hearts, focuses on rebuilding schools, which provide so much, including emotional support to those who need it the most.
Schools are crucial, not just for the children, but for the families as well, because when children can go back to school, families can go and start their normal course of life, going back to work, and it gives them so much strength to go on, knowing that their children can go back to safe school. That means they can focus on working and earning enough living to take care of the children.
To get back to normal.
To get back to normal.
When Petra saw Harvey's destruction, her team of volunteers got to work immediately. Road School was among the most devastated, so much so that one campus had to be relocated. The superintendent, Michelle Botten, remembers.
Everything was underwater. The main building, the desks, the chairs, all of the paper. We had just spent tens of thousands of dollars on materials because it was the start of the new school year. To not only have to try to replace those materials and supplies, restore the buildings.
What appeared insurmountable became possible when the volunteers stepped in. Petra, seeing this school here in Houston, what has it been like for you knowing that it's been a year and they've come so far?
It's incredibly emotional to listen to everybody speaking about their experiences, because when Hurricane Harvey hit, each teacher was dealing with their own tragedy at home. Lots of the teachers, they were sharing that they were so inspired by the generosity of volunteers who came in from all over the world to help strangers. And I mean, that's an amazing thing to focus on.
What a turn there the story takes. Susan Hendricks joins us now. And besides Petra, just talk about seeing the people a year later and the emotions that they're still dealing with, and you saw firsthand.
Yeah, it was so hard. And talking to the woman that you just saw in the piece, it was her first house that she ever bought. She saved up for the furniture. She wanted to stay. Her husband, who was raised in Honduras, said, no, we have to get out. We have to move fast. And luckily she did, because her house filled with water. Mike, also at the road school that you saw, that Petra and the volunteers helped rebuild, one of the teachers there lost her husband in Hurricane Harvey, and the teacher said, look, we wanted to be the pillar of strength for our students. We just couldn't do it because we were going through something as well. And so Petra and All Hands and Hearts were pitching in, not just physically and building the school, but also emotionally. And one thing that Petra did want me to point out, she said, look, we stay when other people leave, when other storms hit. Our volunteers stay, and they promised to stay in Houston for 2 years. And Petra is certainly hands-on, Mike. She flew in from Puerto Rico to Houston, then back to Puerto Rico. She is everywhere, really in the thick of it and helping out.
Wow, what a story there. What a hero, bottom line. All right, Susan, thanks again so much for bringing that to us.